I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right. Good evening. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host, Man. It's a very late start, so we won't be delaying very long. Welcome to all of you who are watching and viewing us right now on this Tuesday night. It is indeed our great pleasure to have you. We won't be delaying the start of our broadcast tonight because we have a very, very special one in store for you. Yes, man, the man with the bombers, the man with the kicks, the shots, the tackles, the midfield general when it comes on to winning back that ball, the captain of Jamaica, one of the best Gold Cup runs we made. He captained the side, you know. Though he never made it to the World Cup, he has accomplished a lot in his footballing career. A man who also played for even Leeds, you know, not no normal baller, but is one of those Portmore United diehard. I don't think he has played for any other club in Jamaica except Portmore United. Big up Ryan LFC in the building, brother. I couldn't reach back over. You see me, I'll start all my own thing late. Jermaine Benjamin in the building. Rum. Or original Robbers. Wagwan Benji, Chef Jackson from Clarendon College, Owen and Lou, fresh got in the building. But I'm not going to delay it any longer. This is no Benz, this is no Corolla, this is no Mark X. You understand me? This is a vintage car we're bringing out tonight. This is the Austin, the great one. Rudolph Austin, welcome, man.
Thank you for having me, man. Thanks to everyone watching and stuff. Good night.
Good night. So good to have you, my friend. Let me tell the people, you need to meet him, right? He's very aggressive on the field, but he's very soft-spoken. You understand me? If you listen to him, you think like he's a baby giant. Very soft-spoken. And that is what I think I love about him and respect about him. You understand me? But when he goes out and steps out on the field, it's not easy. You understand me? He puts up a battle. But Rudolph, I mean, I want you to start by, they call you Rudy, but, you know, just begin to tell us a little bit about your journey into football. You know, when, you know, did you start playing all the way up to you playing in the Premier League from your Clarendon Primary School, Clarendon College, youth level football in Jamaica, all the way up to the first club you represented in the local Premier League?
Well, I was born and I grew up in Morgan's Pass district up in Clarendon, North Clarendon. And my first school was the Morgan's Pass Basic School, and then I moved on to the primary school. Then went to Clarendon College. My mom and dad, Merdita Shah, she just died a week ago. My
Whoa,
Yeah,
condolences, man. Whoa.
yeah, man, thank you. Just one of them things. And my mom, Merdita Shah Austin, and my dad is Clifton Austin, and I have 13 siblings.
What?
Yeah, 13 siblings,
13?
13 siblings, and I'm the last one. So, yeah.
Jaja. All right, go ahead, go ahead.
I started playing early, you know, because I live beside the river, and the river, you have to cross the river to go to the football field. So I used to go over there and
Yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up a little,
she always,
Rudolph.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
always tell me that it was hard for me to cross the river to get over to the football pitch, but I always make it anyway. So I used to go over there and play with the bigger kids and even the big men, and that's how I learned the trade, and maybe that's where I get my roughness from and stuff. But that's where it started. Then I move on to the primary where I start to play like under 12 competition. Then no, I was 8. The first match I played, I was 8 playing for the under 15.
Whoa.
And I was sweeping the team, and that's when Mr. John Green saw me in penance. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he invited me to play for Clarendon under 10, and that's where my whole journey started in football. I owe everything to Mr. John Green, to discover me. So, I'm very, very, very grateful to him for helping me. Then I
Yeah, the
move on
legendary
to,
Mr. John Green.
yeah, Mr. John Green. The best thing and Mr. Lloyd Plummer also, the two guys that really help, you know, really, really put their all in Clarendon football, and they discover a lot of talents and stuff. So we are really grateful for those guys, and they did it until they go to their grave. They really love football, and they changed a lot of our lives. A lot of players came through the program and make it to the national team, get contracts and stuff. And we are really grateful for the opportunity that they gave us.
Man, I mean, so how did you end up at Clarendon College? Did you take the exam, or somebody recruited you and said, this one have to come to Clarendon College, or did you pass the exams to Clarendon College? Because sometimes I hear people say, that it was Glenmure supposed to go on the Clarendon College, people them come capture me, or I was supposed to go to Veer. How did that happen for you?
I actually passed for Claude Mackay. A lot of people don't know this, but I actually passed for Claude Mackay. But before that, the same year we had a very good under 12 team, and we made it to the under 12 final, not Clarendon final with Clarendon College, and we beat them 1-0 out by Clarendon College, and I scored a free kick, and all the players from the Dacosta Cup team, including the coach Jackie Walters, were there. And the day after, Jackie Walters and Mr. Garden, they found my home in Morgan's
Okay.
Park, and they said to my dad that they need me at Clarendon College. So I didn't even go and visit Claude Mackay.
Oh, so you passed for Claude Mackay, ended up at Clarendon College. Did any of your siblings play football? Or you were the first one to really, or you had the bigger brothers who were big footballers, or you were now the first one to really step out and reach as far as you did?
No, I came from a sports family. I have a lot of brothers. My bigger brothers play cricket. It was me and the brother that I follow. we played football. He actually went on and played for Claude Mackey and stuff. Named Clifton Aston. He got my dad name. And I can't kick the ball like him. He's left-footed. People think I can kick the ball. He's the one who can really, really kick the ball. You know,
Okay.
he has a fiery left foot, you know. So I came from a sports family. A lot of us play sports, so I guess that's where I got it from.
All right. So it's good. So you get to Clarendon College. Tell us about the journey there, and then we're going to jump into, the big leagues when you got to the big leagues. But tell us about Clarendon College. Did you win anything there? How good a player were you, or did you really burst out when you left Clarendon College, or you were big once you in terms of player while you were at Clarendon College?
When I played under 14 there, I think we won the under 14 league. We went to finals with Rossies in the under 16, and we lost 1-0. And I made it to the Doncaster Cup semi-finals, and I couldn't play because I was on 2 yellow cards. You know.
And Clarendon College lost the semifinals.
Exactly, to Titchfield and penalty.
Oh, that was when Titchfield and Frome went to the final. Oh, see, okay.
Exactly.
Oh, so that was the year when Titchfield beat Clarendon College.
Actually, we the first game played at Brandcourt, and they were leading 1-0, and we came back in the game. Mario Harrison scored a brilliant free kick, and we were dominating the game. And Titchfield, they started saying bad light and all this, so the game have to replay it in Prison Oval, and it was a really tough rainy game, and it went to penalty again, and they beat us on penalty. But it was hard to really sit and watch it when I could be out there playing, because that season I scored eight goals, 7 free kicks, and a penalty. So I was a big part of the team, but I didn't.
Okay. So what happened the following year? That was your last.
The following year, that same year, I got called. I was at Los Perfectos, and then I got called for the under-20 team.
So is it Las Perfectos in Manchester?
In Manchester, Tony James' team.
Yeah, so how you leave Clarendon and leave all, what's a team, Sporting Central, and reach all the way to Las Perfectos?
I don't know, I have a sister that lived. I have a police sister that lived in Mandeville, right beside where Los Perfectos were training at Brooks Park. And I guess they were scouting me from the schoolboy football, because we went up there and played a game against Manchester and beat them 3-0 or so. So I guess they were at the game, and they got to me, and then I moved to that step. And after I started to play under 20 now, when we went to Germany, then I did.
That's a Jamaica under 20 team?
Yeah, the Jamaica under 20 team with West and Luton. Let this soul rest.
Oh, that is Richard West, Luton, Shelton.
West, the great Hakeem Priestley. All of those guys. Nikolai Finlayson, Rasta, Jermaine Taylor. We had a very good team. Raphael Wolf, all of those guys.
Yeah, because a lot of the guys out of that team ended up playing for Jamaica, because Nikolai Finlayson played for Jamaica. The Wolf brother for the senior team. You played, Luton played, Richard West played, Taylor played.
Yes.
Who was the goalkeeper?
Ryan Thompson.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, not Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Thompson.
Okay. So what brought you guys? Was it a camp you went there for in Germany? That was your first trip with the under 20 team?
Yes, that was my first trip, but they went there before, like a year ago. It was the Nokia Cup.
Okay.
So we went there, and we gave a good account of ourselves. We beat Bayern Munich, yes, under 19.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the coach kicked off the dressing room door, and they fired him on spot.
No, you serious?
Yeah, I'm not lying, and Bayern Leverkusen beat us in the quarterfinals.
So you defeated Bayern Munich. Any big time players were in any of those teams that, like, made it big time in that Bayern Munich team or the Leverkusen team that you would have played against at that level?
Hello?
You're not hearing?
Hello?
You're not hearing me?
Hello?
Yeah. Oh no, you're not hearing me. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So cut off. So cut off and come back in. All right. So it looked like you got a call. That's a very interesting story. You hear that? The man, they beat Bayern Munich, that under 20 team, and here's what happened after that. The coach kicked off the door and he was fired. Can you imagine that? But we're gonna get more into this story, you know. People, please hit the like. Come on, man, hit the like button. This is Rudolph Austin, one of the long-standing captains of Jamaica national team. Yeah, man.
Sorry about that, Mr. Mannings. I
Yeah, man, it's a call. What happened is that it's because the call came in why that happened. So
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, man, not a problem. So, are there any players from that Bayern Munich team that you remember that made it bigger, the Leverkusen team that were big ballers, you know, when they grew up? Or you don't remember any names?
I don't remember name. I think I remember one that was playing for Paris Saint-Germain, but I can't remember his name. He was a left fullback. I could remember his face, you know, but I can't remember his name.
So what position were you playing at that time? Was it centre back or you were now playing midfield?
I was right back, you know. I was playing right back.
So you started out playing for the U20s for Jamaica at right back?
Yeah, I was centre back, but I was new in the team, and you had Kieran Bernard and Jermaine Taylor at the back. So the only vacant spot was right back. So I tried my best to make it, and you know, I did.
Okay, so who was playing midfield that you couldn't get in?
It was Nikolai Finlayson and who else? Akeem Priestley, and I think Moody. But you know, I was new in the team.
Oh,
and
Kenny
they were
Moody?
more established. I was like the newest member of the team. So normally, you know, you have to maybe start out there because they went there and they had more experience and stuff. So I was just like, you know, when you have an established team and you bring in a 1 or 2 player.
Yeah.
So I have to just settle for that. But they were doing very well. So, you know, I have to just play where I could.
Okay, so that's your first trip to Germany. So what happened when you came back to Jamaica? No, did you went into the Premier League?
What happened was when I came back, I did well, you know. Our best standout were Akeem Priestley, Luton, Shelton. Like 4 or 5 of us really stood out, you know, and stuff. So when I came back, I think it was, I don't remember who was the national coach at that time, but they said to me that if I wanted to have a future in the national team, then I can't be playing Super League. So I have to find another club, a bigger club. I have to play Premier League in Jamaica. So I had to make a decision, you know. So it was Harborview or Portmore United, but Harborview wanted me to play under 21. And Portmore want me to play Premier League. And Portmore were it's like a Clarendon team, and it was closer to my house, so I could travel with the because there was a bus that left from Maypen to GC Foster at that time every day.
Oh, so, I see. So, but you would have gone to Harborview if they were going to allow you to play Premier League. Because you'd have had like Taylor and Shelton and Priestley
and all those. Exactly. Okay. So and I wanted the access of traveling so I could still live with my dad because he was all he was getting old, and I was the one who was really staying with him with my other brother. So I want that access. In Harborview, I would have to stay at the camp, and to be frank with you, I want to play big man football. I rather fail there than, no disrespect to the under 21, but if I'm playing under 20 for the national team, I should be looking to play in the Premier League.
Yeah. All right. So tell us, how did that under 20 team not win any major things? Like, I mean, because you played qualifiers to qualify for the World Cup and you didn't qualify. You remember that?
Actually, that set play under 23.
That same set of players play under
Yeah,
23.
we did. Yes, that was like the under 23 setup. A couple of years after that, but we played in Haiti and we had to win a game in Haiti to move on to the Olympics, and we drew 1-1 there, and we had to win that game, and so we didn't move on to the next stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was you drew 1-1 with Haiti. It seems like we have some challenges with the connection. Yeah, hello? Yeah, you say you drew 1-1 with Haiti.
Yeah, we drew 1-1 with Haiti. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, so that's under 23 at Portmore United. Tell us about the time there before we get to you playing overseas. What was being at Portmore like for you? Just being a part of under 20. I mean, tell us about that. And did you win anything at Portmore? And what position did you go there playing? Because when you went to Portmore, they were a very successful team at that time.
Yeah, I won 2 championships with Portmore, and when I went there, I was playing defense, but they moved me to defensive midfield.
Oh, so that's where you started playing defensive midfield?
Yeah, that's where I started playing defensive midfield. Okay. So when I moved there, it was a very established, very good team. Lot of guys with experience and stuff, so they could help me, like Christopher Dawes, all those guys were there. Even one on the low at one point. Kevin Deere, Rowan Nelson, Ulrich Wolf, the Wolves family, So Modest.
Damian Williams was there too?
He came a few years after.
Okay. And Modest was there?
Yeah, Modest. I just call his name.
Okay.
So imagine you go in a team with those experienced guys, you have to work and you learn from them, and they can teach you things and stuff. So, it's a bit, the situation becomes a bit easier for you to learn.
Yeah. So you did your time at Portmore. How many seasons did you spend at Portmore before you moved overseas?
I think it was 3, but I was 3 or 4, but I didn't play for 2 years.
What happened to you?
If you remember a game in the National Stadium where I scored a goal from nearly half-line in the semi-final, Portmore versus Waterhouse. But in the game, I damaged my knee, my cruciate ligament. Yeah. I damaged it in the first 10 minutes of the game, and I didn't know. It was against Chinyere. You remember this Nigerian big striker?
Yeah, we play for Waterhouse.
Exactly. I went up for a header with him, but he was so big and tall. When I jumped, my head ended up under his shoulder, so he pinned me down. So by the time I land bad with my knee, and all of his weight.
Because all of his weight on you.
Came down on my knee, and then I could feel like something wrong with my knee, but knowing me, I still continue. And then it was my left knee. So when I got that free kick, and I remember I have to plant the left knee so I can shoot. I just did it anyway, and then the ball went in, and everyone came and jumped on my foot and stuff, and I came off, and I didn't know it was that severe. And so after I found out
So after early in the game that happened to you, you played some time with this problem, and then you kick the free kick, your teammates go and celebrate with you, and you're substituted now because now it started being painful.
No, the players, because we were losing the game, and think Mario Swaby scored, so it was 1-1, and then I scored a free kick, so we're leading 2-1. So everyone came and jumped on my foot, and it seemed like it makes it worse. So right after that, I couldn't continue. So
Okay,
so everyone thought, hey, you need just get a knock, and you just need strengthening and stuff, and it's after 1.5 year I found out what happened with it, because I
fair
was
enough.
1.5 year. I didn't do any what you call it,
X-ray,
MRI.
MRI,
So
yeah.
what happened now, I was there in the gym all these years trying to fix it, and
Oh,
my knee was just going like this. It was just moving like this, because in the knee
yo,
you have the anterior cruciate ligament and the posterior cruciate ligament, and the anterior one broke, so they're like X. So it's like this now, so it's only one hole in the middle of the knee. But
so
I got
1 year and odd before you actually found out that. How you found out?
I found out when I started training back, because I was in the gym so long, it got a bit of strength. So the team went to Club America in to play. The team went, Portmore United went to the Champion Caribbean Cup something, CONCACAF
Yeah.
Champions.
CONCACAF, yeah.
Yeah.
Champions League thing.
So we went to Houston. We play our home game in Houston.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So we play against Club America, the big club from Mexico. So I went there to be on the bench, and the night before the game, some problems with money, and some players said they're not playing. And one of the player was a midfielder, and then they asked me I should play. And the night I was sitting with Miss Ming, the great Miss Ming, and she said to me that I shouldn't worry, because I was telling her that my knee was, I don't know if my knee ready and stuff, and she said, just go there with God, which I did, and I played a excellent game that night. And after the game, after that game, Phil Graham came to me after the game and said I did very well, and he's an agent, and he's an agent of Ricardo Fuller and Bibi Gardner and all these Jamaican players, and Omar Daly and stuff, and he would like to sign me. So I told him right there and then that I don't have a problem, but something is wrong with my knee. I was just blatantly honest to him, and he said, okay, we just have to scan it. So on my way from Houston, me and Miss Ming, we stopped at Miami and did the MRI. And when I came back to Jamaica, I found out that 4 things damaging my knee. I didn't have a cruciate ligament, so I played the game without a cruciate ligament. And I developed cysts in my knee, some of the cartilage gone, and some of the meniscus. So then I did the surgery, and it took me like nearly nine months to even be
Next
back
year.
on a football pitch. And at one point, when I did the surgery in Jamaica, it wasn't getting better, and then that's when Phil Graham get me to England, and he let me stay with Stoke, because Ricardo Fuller just signed that Stoke. So he got me there to do the rehab and stuff, and and I was around the team. Ricardo take very good care of me. He's like a big brother to me, and he was very good to me. Claude Davis, Bibi also, they took good care of me when I was there. So that's when I started the rehab, and it wasn't going well. And then I went to Wales to meet with the surgeon. They said he was the best in England. I don't remember his name, to be honest. And I actually cried before the surgeon, and I told him I'm
So you have to
begging.
do a neck surgery now?
Yes, I fixed it in England.
Oh, because the first one in Jamaica wasn't working out. So you have to do a next one.
It was okay, but the graft that they put in my knee, it was too long. That's what the surgeon said in England. So
Hold on, people will soon come to this. Is fascinating, but somebody's asking if it is the anterior or posterior
it was the
cruciate ligament.
ACL. That's the
It was
right
the
name that
ACL.
I gave you. The ACL is the anterior cruciate ligament. The PCL is the posterior. The anterior is the front one. The posterior is the back one.
Okay, all right, cool. Go ahead now. So you had to go to Wales because the Jamaica one was helpful, but it wasn't doing the job. So you had to do a second surgery on the same knee.
The knee was like this. So if the knee is moving, the Jamaican one, it would stop here. But what the doctor did, he went inside and burned the ligament, so it shrink. So when it shrink, it got shorter. So instead of coming out and buck here, it start to, stop shorter. So after that, he gave me like 4 months. So I came back to Jamaica and did rehab with Coach Sammy, which he really helped me in the gym to get back on the pitch and stuff. And
so this is almost now 3 years you're out of football, really.
2.5 years, to be honest, like 2.5 years. Yeah. So
what age are you around? You're around 24, 25 now with the 2.5 years.
no, I was because I was like 19 when I went to Portmore.
Okay.
So I was like 23 that time. Yeah, 23, 22 going to 23.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got it sorted out at Wales.
Yeah, and then I came back to Jamaica, did my rehab with Coach Sammy, and then my first game was a game with Portmore under 21. Then the week after, I played against Seba United over Ferdinand Park. I think Tapa was coaching Seba at that time in a rain game, and that's how I eventually start back. And then I got called to the national team because I was already in the under 20 and under 23.
23, yes.
So they knew about me. And then my first game, I remember before that my first game was against El Salvador. If you remember, I scored a goal from way out.
yeah. All your goals are from way out still, but
yeah, and Bibi Gardner scored 2 that night. I think we beat them 3-0 or 3-1. Yeah.
3-1. Yeah. That was the last time I think we beat El Salvador in World Cup qualifying,
It was I think it was a friendly game. I don't remember if it was
It is the last time. I think that is the last time when you scored 2, when Bibi scored 2 and you scored 1. 3-1. Check it, people.
Yeah.
I think that was what. Go ahead, yeah. Also, your first game for Jamaica, you actually scored.
Yeah, when I came back, my first game for the national team was against El Salvador in Miami.
Yeah.
When Lazzaroni was the coach.
Okay, that was your debut game for Jamaica.
Yeah, me and Jeremy and Taylor played center back that night. The game drew 2-2. We were down 2-0, and then the great Jeremy and you came on and changed the game and set up one. I think he scored 1. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. All right, and then now this time around when you came back when you defeated El Salvador was this. Yeah, this was the second. This was the second game, or this was the game when you returned to the senior team.
This was the game when I returned, because I actually made my debut when I was in high school for the national team, 2004.
So you played for the national team in 2004.
Yeah, that was my first game. I think. Yeah, it was my first game.
Against who?
It's El Salvador in Miami.
Oh, the same 2-2 game. Okay,
Yeah, the same game. Because I was at under the national under 20 and Lazzaroni saw me and things. So in that game we were using local players. So like Jeremy and you, Gerald Neal, Anthony Tolo and all these guys, I remember, you know.
Okay, all right. So after the El Salvador game now, because you came back, played against Seba, coming back from injury, got called to the national team, beat El Salvador. What happened in the journey now? At what point did you know leave Jamaica now to go overseas? Was it during this time?
Yes, after that now, Stoke had an agreement because they helped me with my rehab, so they had an agreement with Portmore United, so I couldn't sign to any other club. So now that I started playing back, they called me and said I need to come up. I have 2 weeks to prove to them, you know.
Yeah. So
Because
tell us
they did
about.
my rehab, they have the first choice. So the manager said, told Bewley, he said, you have 2 weeks to prove to us. So when I went there after 2 days, they made an offer to sign me for £1 million, and I was waiting for the work permit. I didn't get it, and that's why I ended up in.
Okay, you're
Because
breaking up a
them are
little bit.
Philip Ricardo was at the club. Yeah, hear me
Hold
now.
on. You're breaking up a little. Yeah, you said that you're waiting on the work permit. Continue from there.
Yeah, and the work permit, and I didn't get it because I was injured so long for the national team, so I didn't get to play the amount of games that required. The 75% of the game the last 2 years.
Oh.
So even when to write, hello?
Yeah. It's frozen on your side again. So it's, I don't know. Come, Flora Digital. Don't mess with the internet. This thing is too good enough. Yeah. Let's see if we hear you. Go ahead. We should be hearing you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, we're hearing you now. Right. So it took too long, so you didn't get the work permit.
Yes, because I didn't. Yeah, because I didn't play the amount of games because of the injuries that I got for the 2 years. So
Okay.
that's when Stoke they signed Olifin Jana. It's a Nigerian player. They signed him from Bran. So he came there today, and we were training, and he found out that I didn't get my work permit. So he asked if I needed work permit to play in Norway, and I said I don't know. And he asked, and they told him that I don't need. So he rang up Bran. That's his old club, which is my old club now. So he rang them and told them there's a midfielder here, and they needed a midfielder because he had just left there. So he rang them, and
Oh.
they came to Canada to watch me in a World Cup qualifying game when we drew 1-1 in Canada. I think Andy Williams scored that time. So after that, they gave me a 1 year loan.
From Stoke.
No, from Brand, but Stoke still have the first choice. The team in Norway, because I couldn't get the work permit in Stoke, so the team in Norway
Okay.
came to watch me because of the player that told them about me.
Right. Because he
Yeah.
came to Stoke and basically replaced you at Stoke. So you went to
Exactly.
his club. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So
So so that's how you ended up in Norway. So you actually weren't really, your transfer was not to Norway, it was to Stoke, but you had to go to Norway and loan from Stoke.
it wasn't fully agreed. It was just verbal agreement that I can't sign. I think they gave Portmore some money also, so I couldn't sign to any other club. So that's why I have to. That's why when I went to Norway, it was just 1 year loan.
Oh.
You understand me? So it was the August window, and I went to Norway, and then even though I was in Norway, Stoke still have the right to sign me. So in January they asked for the work permit again, the Stoke, and I didn't get it. So now Brand Brand had the choice to sign me fully now, and which they took. So they signed me for 4 years. So that's why I end up in Norway permanently.
Yeah. How was playing in Norway like 4 years cold conditions? I mean, I don't know if there was any other Jamaican over there with you, but tell us about the Norway experience.
It was really something shocking, because it was very cold, and the food, and I think the first 2 days I lost like 2 kilos because I was just eating bread and butter because yeah, it's true, man. It's true. I was just locked away in the hotel eating bread and butter, crying,
Whoa.
crying. A lot of people don't understand, A lot of these players want contract, but the rough thing in the contract is to actually live at the place, start a life at the place. Maybe England is different because you have the Jamaican culture big there, but in a country like Norway, you rarely find maybe one Jamaican person there. So it's really a different culture and food and everything, and you just have to adjust. But the adjustment take time.
Yeah, so you said that the first 2 days you lost 2 colors,
Yeah,
two
man,
kilos.
lose 2 kilograms, man. Because trust me,
Yeah.
used to the food, and it's just like foreign to you, So you take
Oh,
time to to
yeah.
to
Would you
know.
define your time in Norway as being successful the 4 years over there?
Yes,
And
definitely. 2011, I was the best player in the league. Had a very good year.
you
Score
were voted the best player in the league in 2011 in Norway. Whoa.
score 8 goals that season, and I had a really good season. 2 years before that, I didn't. I was getting a lot of red cards. I guess I was lonely and frustrated. I got like 2 red cards and stuff. Then my
Is it loneliness and the frustration make you get red card? Or you love bus tackle and never adjust to the new league?
maybe that's it. Maybe what you would get away with a yellow card in Norway is a red. But then my wife came over, and she was my girlfriend that time, and then I settled in, and then
Man, also no, you reveal the real thing. You never
exactly
have no lady
exactly.
over there say you boss me a tackle. But when the lady comes down now, you understand
Calm
the
down,
aisle,
calm
the
down,
aisle,
calm down.
the aisle, the aisle I get used up, so the ball game get better.
Yeah, exactly. So and before I left, I was voted in the best 11 players of all time for the club. So
Yeah?
yeah,
So that is still, I mean, at that club now you're voted one of the best 11 players
of all time. Yeah,
of all time. Whoa.
they have a big
Congratulations.
wall. Huh?
A
Thanks,
lot of
man.
people a lot of people don't know that, You know that?
Yeah, but that's how it goes. Oh, I stay. I just keep things the way it is. I don't go and broadcast things like that. If you don't ask me about it, then I won't say.
Yeah, I didn't know that, man. That's big, man.
Definitely.
Voted as one of the all-time best at a club in Norway. That's big, man. Congratulations, man. So there's a big wall. You said that. Tell us about the wall.
All of the 11 players were on it. I don't know if they changed it up now, but was there.
Okay. All right. So you left Norway, and then from Norway to where?
Leeds United.
Oh, this is the real deal now. This is the story people want to hear about, because they hear that you're one of them legends at Leeds. So tell us about Leeds. But we have a lot. So here's what you're going to do, right? Because if I take the comments, the amount of comments and questions that are in this for you, if I take them, we're not going done tonight. So people, please bear it, because I need him to talk, right? And then we're gonna find a way to deal with the comments. But tell us now about Leeds. Your time at Leeds United.
Yeah, it was great. It was a big move because I went there this summer, but the January before that I went to QPR just for some training, like a trials, but it wasn't official, and because with Neil Warnock and I did very well, and so he came back for me in the summer. So he brought me to Leeds and stuff. When I got to Leeds, the first thing I did, I went to get a car. So I went to the
Yeah.
car dealer to get a car, and I saw a red Hardy, and I went inside and I said to the guy that I need that car outside, and he said no, you can't get it. So I said, hey man, why you mean I can't get it? If I have the money to buy, why I can't get it? And he said, hey, listen, you don't know me, but I know you. I know we just signed you, and you're a lead, and I am a lead fan, and you can't drive a red car. We hate Man U so much. So when you play for Leeds, you can't wear nothing red. They don't use red cone. You can't drive red car. You can't wear red boots. Nothing red.
So if you play for Leeds, you can't wear a red boots.
You can't wear nothing red. You have nothing to do with red. They don't
You're
even
serious,
want.
or
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You can't even, when you're warming up, you can't use the red cones or orange cone. Nothing that have to do with any of those colors. That's how the rivalry is.
so I think so even warm up, you can't use red codes.
You can't
Whoa,
use red cone, red boots, nothing.
whoa,
Yeah, man, it's a tough rivalry.
yo, I didn't know it was that serious.
Serious, man. Really, really, really. It is really, really, really serious, man. It's no joke thing.
Yeah, how many years did you do at Leeds?
I spent 3 years at Leeds. I left
Yeah, and
there when
what
I was 30. I went there when I was 27 and left when I was 30 years old.
and what I mean, what was it like playing? Because you played several of those years in the championship.
Yes, all of them in the championship.
Yeah, yeah, and it was after you left that they got promoted.
Yeah, it's after I think it's 4 years or so after I left.
Yeah, man. Tell us some of the fun memories of playing in England, playing at Leeds, and because you did also encounter a couple of Jamaicans who were also in the championships while you were at Leeds.
Yes, man, it was fun every day, the good, the bad. It was fun, to be honest. I was living my dream, to be honest. Every time, especially playing at Allen Road, you have a different energy. I remember one game we were playing a derby against Huddersfield and we were losing 1-0 and came out and we give them 5-2 in the second half, and I could feel it. I was on the field and I could feel the pitch shaking. That's the atmosphere there. So I enjoy all of it.
Yeah.
I look
What
back,
what
I was a
no man,
little
go ahead. You look back.
and I was a little boy who grew up beside a riverside in Clarendon, get the chance, work hard to get the chance to fulfill that dream. Playing on Allen Road with that history, you know. I have to be grateful. And I could have lost it with injuries and stuff. So, and I look back, I have no regret. I am just a grateful person. Grateful to even be here tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, what is the biggest, in your own estimation, what is the biggest game you played for Leeds?
Um, Against Man City, because those were the best caliber players we play against, with Yaya Toure, Tevez, David Silva, Aguero, all these Vincent Company.
Yeah. How did the game go and how did you perform?
We lose 4-0. It was a FA Cup. Run down Silva tried to kick him for only and couldn't catch him. if not, you can't get close to him. Trust me.
But him man look like him slow, man. So
Him
it means
slow,
you
but
can't.
his touch is unbelievable. You can't get close to him. Honestly, can't get close.
Okay. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. The best goal scorer in England.
It was a volley against Watford. That goal got goal of the season, 2014, I think.
Oh, you got your goal of the season in the championship for 2000
No,
and
for the club, for the club.
for the club.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. I see it, all these things. I mean, any other major accolades you won at Leeds, you picked up at Leeds? Because you'd have won some player like what they call it of the voted like players player at any point.
No, I got like 3 or 4 Sky Sports Man of the Match and stuff like that. But at least at the time, Leeds was going through a lot. Lot of owners and Italian owners, and he has a lot of some financial problems, and we just were try to build a new squad, because when I went there it was like 13 of us, 13
Whoa.
new players. Yes, so we were on it was on a rebuilding stage, and a lot was going on in the club. We changed like 6 managers in 2.5 or 2 seasons.
Whoa.
So it was a lot. We through and bad. I said, it's a pity we didn't got promoted or get promoted, but it's football. They eventually reach there, and that's what all of us that support the club, is really happy for.
When was the best time of your career? While you were at Leeds, while you were in Norway, while you were at Portmore? What period of your career you would say this was the best time of my footballing life?
Well, I am a person who look at life. I have to say every moment. You know, you know, the biggest stage I play is at Leeds, the biggest club. And playing for Jamaica in the World Cup qualifiers and Gold Cup and stuff. But I look at life different. Even if I play bad, I still, grateful. If I play good, I still grateful. I look at life, the good and the bad, and I take, life and football, in a positive way, and I just look at it. My whole career, with what I went through, I am grateful and I'm happy. But if you want to look at it that way, I would say Leeds and maybe playing for Jamaica. Those are
Yeah,
the
standard
points,
moment.
especially in the Gold Cup when we went to the final. That was a nice thing. Eventually, we didn't win it, but we tried.
Yeah. Well, we're going to jump into the Jamaican journey, and then I'm going to take up this question right here. They said, please have him speak about the game against Argentina when Messi was afraid to touch the ball because of Austin tackling. Is that true?
Messi.
They said Jamaica versus Argentina,
Hmm.
and he said that Messi didn't want to touch the ball because you were putting on some tackles in midfield.
Yeah, Messi nearly mashed up Bamini. Enough people that know.
Yeah.
Messi got a shot, and I came from his blind side. And as he was about to shoot, I put around my left foot to block the ball. And I didn't know that little man was so powerful. When him kick the ball and me block it, it shake up my bad knee, bad. You know,
Wow.
yeah. But even situations like that, to be to be on a pitch with one of the greatest player, if not the greatest player of all time, it's a big thing for all of us Jamaicans. And eventually, we lost the game, but we gave a good account of ourselves, because I remember when people were saying, "Don't let it pass six," and and stuff. So, and I think Miller was great that night.
He was the
And
goalkeeper. You're the
yeah,
captain?
yes, I was.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody saying that asking why did you give up? Let me take a couple of questions that they have here. Why did you give up the captaincy at Leeds?
Because a lot of things, I was bringing home the football, and a lot of people don't understand. You have to be there to understand certain things, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go much into it, but just leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Tell us about playing for Jamaica. Why did and tell us why did you stop playing for Jamaica when you had a lot of Jamaicans believe that you had a lot to give back to the program at the time that you stopped. So tell us about playing for Jamaica, some of the key moments, the big moments for you, the goals that you scored representing Jamaica. Tell us about your Jamaica, your journey represent the national team.
Well, it was a decent journey, a journey that I'm really proud of, to where I always love playing for Jamaica, whether you go through good times or bad times, you get cussing or I never shy away of put on. It takes a man to go out there and take criticism or whatever it is. So it was a joy playing. Still miss it sometimes. The camaraderie in the team, the tours, and you know just missing some players. The jokes and all these things. So, but it was 80 80 84 games over 13 years. But when I reached 32, they didn't call me back after we went to the Gold Cup final, and then we didn't qualify. But I didn't ask why, because I am like that. I am a person. If you make a decision, I'm not gonna call you and ask, hey, why you didn't call me back, and why you didn't call me or so. I
Yeah,
just
because after that Gold Cup, a lot of you guys didn't get called back. Like it
it's
almost come across like something went wrong right after that. I don't know, but a lot of you never got called back who were in that tournament for Jamaica, or if you got called back, it was you know. But yeah, these things happen, I guess.
Yeah, it was even the eve before that Gold Cup. It was a lot of problems, and it always been about money and stuff. So it was a big discussion before that, because I was the captain, and I don't like the embarrassment, because every time I go home and if my wife hear my name in the media about money, she sometimes like, why is that? But I have to explain, like, sometimes people don't understand when you are the captain, even though you would play without the money, if you have, say, for instance, 23 of you in the squad and 12 say they're not playing. It's like a democracy. You understand me?
Yeah.
You have to go and
What do you
pick.
do? Your
You
wife don't want
understand
your
me?
name called up, but you have to support your players. Yeah.
Exactly. And if majority of the players, what you call it now, strike, then you still have to fix it. So it looks like everyone's strike, but it's always like that. Even when I was really young in the team with Pepe and Bibi them and full of them, it was always like that. So it was a big argument, and so that's when they said, well, we don't have any money, and whatever you guys get from the tournament, you
That's
can,
it.
that's it, you share it up for you. And then we stuck together, and it was a nice vibe in the team. We were traveling from city to city and we enjoy ourselves. But when it was training time, we really trained and we were together. And we went to the finals, and then you know. But the discussions were intense, and I guess things were taken out
Yeah,
of
because
context because I heard.
I think what was reported was that after the finals, right? It's like
Mhm,
there was no expectation that you'd get there. So now you get to the
mhm.
final, there's a lot of money. So now the plan have to change. You can't, we did tell you that you were going to get whatever you win from the tournament, but you got to the final. That is more money that you're supposed. So I think that is what probably led to the conversation. I think that probably caused some of you guys to not even some persons not to don the national colors again.
Yes, and I stood up for my fellow countrymen and my players. I made sure they got what they should. And because an agreement is an agreement. And you have to support the players. Because you know we didn't make the decision or the agreement. They made it, and we accept it. And so if it works out in our favor, then it should be accepted.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, there are so many questions, right? But let me just ask you this one: who are some of the players like you played in midfield with that for the Jamaica team that are in your club career that you said, hey, you said, I'd love playing alongside this player.
um for Jamaica in the midfield, um Teddy Johnson. I play some game with Teddy, Jeremy, and you. But the things with I love playing with those guys because I tell them all the while, me run up and down, get the ball and give it up. You understand me? Especially if you get Teddy in a good situation where him have the vibes and him ready, he's unstoppable. You
Yeah,
understand me?
yeah.
And I never I enjoy playing with all the players in midfield, to be honest. Joby
Which
McAnuff,
Joby Maka? Go ahead, Joby Maka.
Garrett Garrett McCleary, Jason Morrison, and Demar Phillips. Who else? A lot, all the players. I never I am not that type of person.
What about a forward that like listen when the coach picking the 11 and the Monday you want forward because you know say goal I go score if you get a chance. Who was that forward in the
Luton,
national?
Luton
Yeah.
and Fuller. I didn't play much with Fuller, but I play a lot with Luton. But I would say the guy who I play mostly with was Luton, and I anytime Luton score, anytime Luton named on the sheet, I always you feel some hope because
Yeah.
I still I play with a lot of players, and I can tell you he was the fastest player I play with or against. So
Luton Shelton,
anytime,
really?
yes, I
Fastest?
never
Yeah.
fastest player I play with or against.
Even when they were playing in England.
I said he's the fastest player I play with or against.
All right. All right. Well, Javan is asking you about because there's so many people are going to try to get as many. Ask him about the free kick versus USA or the last minute header versus Canada. Which did he enjoy more?
I would say both, but the US one it was historic because that was the first time we beat US, and it was a packed stadium. So to do it in front of the fans, it was really emotional, and it was really good, especially after the game. And Luton sealed it off with a brilliant free kick. As I said, may God rest his soul. So I
So
know he
you,
enjoys his goal also.
yeah, yeah. All right, all right, all right, all right. Um, somebody's asking which year you played at Las Perfectos, and
It
then
was
somebody said 2003.
2003. I was still in high school when I was playing at Los Pies. I remember I used to leave school and go and train in the evening.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you and I were having a conversation because there are so many things, and you were talking because hold on. So you ended your career in Denmark.
Yeah,
Well, well, you're still at Portmore now, but your overseas career ended in Denmark, right?
Yes, I after Leeds, I should have gone to Sheffield Wednesday, the rivalry. That's after the Gold Cup finals. And then after
Yeah.
the finals, I flew into London and I drove up. I was on my way up to sign. I already agreed with Sheffield Wednesday and for 3 years contract. And on my way up there, they check if I can get the work permit, and they said no again because England did bad in the World Cup. So they say they had too many foreign players in the championship. So they changed it from being in the top 75 to 50.
Oh, and Jamaica was 51 or 52,
51
just
or
up.
52. So
Yeah, yes, yes.
and I was already in the league. So and they still didn't give me the chance, and it was tough for me and my family,
Family.
especially my wife. She settled there and her family were there also, grandma and grandfather, and to pack up and leave again with a young child, it was a bit, especially going to a non-speaking country. So that's when I went to Bromby for 2 years, and after 2 years in Bromby, I went to Esberg and spent 4 years. So in all, I spent 13 years in Europe.
Yeah. I guess people, you brought up an important thing because people don't understand like professional sports, how difficult it can be for your family, your wife, and your kids. I mean, how were they able to adjust to all of these moves with you to pursue your dream? Probably sometimes even at the expense of them pursuing there.
Yes, my wife gave up everything for me, and I'm really grateful for her because after she graduated from UWI, she came straight to Norway, and she was all over Europe with me. She literally gave up her own life, to for us to help me to make something of mine. So I'm really grateful to her, and it's tough on the family, especially when you have a routine. You found a school for the child and stuff. Maybe your wife get a job, and then you have to take them up and move somewhere, especially a non-speaking place again, and you have to find a school for the child and stuff. At one point when my child came back to Jamaica and I brought him to school, he was so confused. They asked, "Where did you get this child from?" You know, Honestly, that's what they asked at the school because he was confused with Danish and English. So, but no, he's
Whoa,
fine. Yeah.
inside out. Whoa. Whoa, somebody's asking what are his views on UK born players representing the island. What are your thoughts on that? Um,
I have no problem with it because what a lot of the people don't understand, none of those guys come and play for Jamaica with a bad intention. They are some of the most honest and caring footballers. I have been in camp with them. A lot of them just want the best for the country, want to be a part of history. Yes, some may come late in their career and stuff, but all they want is the best for Jamaica. And you can see it. Some came here and maybe don't perform the way they maybe would like, and people would judge them and hey, them not good and stay. Jamaicans stay. But I don't have a problem with it. If you are good enough, whether you're in Jamaica or you're in UK, if you want to play for Jamaica and you can represent the country, then you go ahead. You look at people like Mariapa. He's playing in Australia now, but he hop on a plane and come and play. You have to respect that. You know, Wes Morgan, Nosworthy, his career was finished.
ended ended
And
because
his
of Jamaica.
career at the national stadium. And a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know these things. So if the players, hello,
Yeah, you
you
were
hear me?
frozen a while ago.
Yeah, if the players, if they come to Jamaica and they apply themselves, and they try their best. You have to respect that. We went to the World Cup '98 with the same setup. Yes, it wasn't that a lot of it wasn't that big influx, but it was like 5 or 6. Dean Burton, Paul Hall, Fitzroy Simpson, Darrell Powell, Robbie Earl, and all those. So we had that. We made history with that. So I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. All right. You are there having a conversation, was it Sunday, I think, about the local players, right? And today we had a big discussion about it, about the need to get professional and learn to work on their games, how they carry themselves. Like, listen, people would see you, and I remember people would see you. People never used to see you with your pants down at your knee and no heap of plat up here and bleach out face and thing. Listen, what is your tip? What would you say to those young players now in the JPL who want to go and play overseas? What do they need to do to step up their game and be more professional all around?
I used to wonder, honestly, what's the problem with our football. But I am happy I came back and I'm playing some and being around the players, playing with them and training with them, you can see the problem. And I'm not gonna mince my word. A lot of the players, they are very, very good young players, have a lot of good things that can happen to them. But I think their attitude towards training, literally, you paying them to play, and you have to you have to call them to come at training. Boss I go pick up them at their house, and them still are late. You understand me? Man, I bleach out. Come on, me I run a club and me come watch a man where I bleach out and stuff. And you can gradually see that he's bleaching and stuff. You know, really, I go, maybe if he's very good, you will take a chance and tell him to stop. But I have witnessed where you have players, they tell them to stop bleach and they don't. So a
They
lot of,
choose they choose to stop playing instead of stop bleaching.
yeah, a lot of things. I see players just come to the club and they don't play 1 or 2 games and they just give up.
Oh, meaning like this is
Just
serious.
said,
So if you put them on the bench, them stop.
yes, you have players, and this is from my experience. It's no one tell me
Wow.
this. You have players, if you tell them to do extra after training, them vex. You can't talk to them whether
Even
you're
a person like you who captain Jamaica, who play in Norway, in Denmark, in England, who scored so many goals. Like I said, captain Jamaica, you can't talk to them.
I'm telling you, some of them will listen, but some will just go from years to years because it's a different generation, honestly. And me personally, all I want, and sometimes it feels like you want better for what they want for themselves, and it's not the talent. It's not the talent, honestly, because these youth can play. Them fast, them skillful, but mm, they have to start thinking bigger. Them thinking too small. That's my opinion. You know, they need to
Yeah.
start act more professional because there's no way you're gonna miss training. You know,
You couldn't
I've
miss
seen
training at Leeds. Could you miss training at Leeds?
you can miss training, but what is the consequence? You maybe lose half of your salary, or play back for 5, 6 games. You know,
Whoa.
I've seen I went to Portmore to train, and I've seen Coach Bibi Gardner when he was there talk to players. Imagine Bibi, who have done it in the Premier League, went to World Cup to Jamaica, talk to players, talk to a player, and that player came to me complaining that Bibi is talking to him, and I have to put him in his place. You understand me? I have to give him another talk to. So as I said, it's not the talent.
Whoa.
We have it a lot, but it's just the mindset. I think it needs to change.
Yeah.
You know, I think it needs to change.
And what about like gym work and things? Because I always said I don't know. I feel like Jamaican players don't do a lot of gym work. I know like people like overseas, people do. They spend a lot of time in the gym. I'm not saying that you have to get big and sick, but strength training. Because I think like I don't know when I look at some of the built of the players, I don't know if they can manage football at the professional level. Because like you said something important earlier, you said people think like Messi small, but these guys you see them on TV, but when you look at the calves in real life and stuff, these guys are properly conditioned. They're not look soft.
Even the smallest man in the championship, he might look skinny and stuff, but him strong. I can guarantee you that, you know. And maybe it's the type of environment. Maybe playing locally, you have to look at it from another angle. Maybe they don't have the right nutrition and all these things. Maybe the players don't get enough money to really eat right and take care of themselves. Maybe the clubs don't have the gym and all those things that they can get access to and stuff. So, you know, at one side it's that, and at the other side it could be this. So you have to be balanced with it. That's my opinion.
Yeah. The maestro is in the building. One maestro. One maestro said, man is man, bless.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The one maestro said, outstanding player and person is a pity. We don't cherish players like Austin. Salute.
I swear to God, Jeremy, man. I swear to God. Same to you, brother. Same to you.
The maestro. I said, how good was the maestro?
Jeremy and you.
Tell us what the maestro did pass it,
Come on, Jeremy and you, when he come on to passing and controlling, he was a cut above the rest. You know, as I said, you know, these are the players you want to run down next team, win the ball, and just give them, see them pass and them do them thing, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Somebody earlier up in the stream was asking if when you went to Denmark, if you bought a red car, seeing that you couldn't buy a red one at least.
Me go Denmark. When we go Denmark, a bicycle me ride, you know.
Really?
Yeah. When my family was there, I had a car, but when they came back home, they moved back home before me. So after that, I just got a bicycle because I live like 5 minutes from the stadium, and Denmark is a bicycle culture, you know.
Really?
Yes, you have a lot of people ride bicycle and stuff. So it's a big thing. You have your own bicycle lane and everything. So yeah, man. I live life simple, you know, Mr. Mannings. You know,
yeah,
man.
That's a good one.
Me not care about things, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. I see Lee Crawford, man, big coach down there at just took over at Mobile United. He says, real talk, this generation is so different. They don't even care about the money. The attitude need to change. Yeah, some of these guys, which is true, some of these guys, we said, listen, Brethren, me rather stop, me rather don't take the money and continue with bleaching. I'm telling you.
You know the hardest thing about it? If you go around Jamaica and all of the clubs, the people saying the same thing. I can guarantee you that. And all the coaches maybe have the same headache. You understand me?
Yeah. So what are we going to do to help them? Because it can't continue like this.
No, the sad thing about it, you know. The sad thing about it is the players, the ones that are that we say have the talent.
They are the ones who be. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, the ones that have the talent, those are the ones that have these problems, and the one that don't really that talented and will run through a wall, you know, those are the ones who try to be more professional, and you wonder, like, come on, because there's so much money to make out of the football in terms. I know it's so easy to get contract, whether USL and something. Look at this guy when him Boza.
Yeah.
I have to respect that guy so much, you know. You know why? Where he went first, Slovenia or Slovakia?
He was in Sharp. Where is it?
He
I think
went
he
to
was in
one of
Belgium.
those. No, man, he went to
Belgium.
Slovenia first or Slovakia, one of them, and then he moved to Belgium.
Yeah.
But I have to respect him because going to Slovenia and play there, which is a tough place to go, cool and stuff, and to really perform and move to Belgium. I know, you know, you have to, because trust me, it really, to get the contract is the easy part. But to live there and turn up and perform, and because sometimes in a Europe really lonely, you know.
Yeah.
And the youth them have like Leon Bailey now. Look, them have him for emulate. You understand me? I make something of them life, and I always tell them, look at your life, the next 10 years, and ask yourself if this you really want, because you have the chance to change it now.
Yeah.
Because I think
So
everybody want the best with the youth. Me want the best. Me want to see Jamaican youth go they go make it. And that's why me talk to some of them, especially at my club. You understand me? Me talk to them because you know you want to see youth them change. Because we're really there Jamaica. No disrespect. Because most of us footballers we don't finish school. What's there to fall
yeah.
back on? You understand me? So if a youth
Yeah.
can change and make the best of him life, no, you know, I would love that, you know.
Yeah. I see. Right. Boza, he was in Slovenia first, so you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, somebody saying that the clubs need to take a stance against bad behavior, like banning players. And what we are saying is that I don't think the players them care. That is the sad thing. It's like
They,
you ban them no business. Like that is the attitude.
exactly.
Them not care.
They don't care. And I've seen it, and like now it's a big window opening now. The team didn't qualify for World Cup, so the local players they have a lot of opportunities now. You have the Nation Cup coming up. You understand me? You have a new influx of players that they have to find. So it's a lot of opportunities for the youth. Them. All I want, you know, Mr. Manning, is to see the youth them make the best of their life. Go play for some big clubs, you know, earn
Listen, I know
something
because I
like
know
themselves.
two players. I know one player from your club, who was at college, and said rough and come back to Jamaica. I
Yeah,
mean, he's at your club now. I said,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on, man. You get the opportunity. You know how many youths wanted to go away to get a scholarship and didn't. You get a scholarship to go away. And you say it rough and come back to Jamaica to do nothing, man.
All right.
Like,
Personally, for me, for instance, when I went to Norway, if I pack my bag and come back home, I would be letting down the youths of Jamaica. I would maybe something that cutting off opportunities for the next youth. Now, even my old club in Denmark, I just saw where they signed a youth from Harborview. I think I Chang him name.
Akwasa Chang. Yeah.
Aquasa Chang. You understand me? And those things let me feel good. That's what I want for the youth them. And the youth them should want this more.
For themselves. Yeah.
You understand me? They should want it more for themselves. And what I disappointed with is there's no way me couldn't believe. If it was free ball, I could understand. But some of these players you're paying them and you still have to go pick them
Beg
up,
them to trade.
beg them for train, beg them for have good attitude and stuff. And I can tell you fix that, you fix Jamaica football.
Yeah. But isn't it because some of these guys, when they're in the high school system, the coaches want to win so bad, so they let some of them behave anyway and still let them play. Maybe that is where we need to look at, when they come
It,
into the high school ranks.
it started from there because as a player do well in high school, suddenly he's a big baller. And the ball discipline, him start get 50 girls, and then just feel like them arrive. And this is not bashing the players. This is just a learning thing. So I hope some can take the positives out of it. You understand me? Because I don't fight youth. I just want the best for the youth them, because life is out there to live. And if you have your talent, you have to make the best of it. Look at Bolt. Bolt was just a little boy from down at Trelawney, and now he my fastest man in the world because he go run and he make use of his talent.
Yeah.
So if you have the talent and you know go try make use of it, then you never know what will happen.
Yeah. See an ex-person saying that it asked him if you consider going to the game tomorrow and speak to the players.
Anything I can do to help the youth, I will. You understand me? Because I only have good intentions.
Yeah.
And I just want to see it's not sometimes it's not about football also. It's about, because when you look, these young men gonna be the dad, the
Yeah,
fathers
fathers
of the
and yeah.
next generation. So imagine if them not do certain things certain way. Imagine their kids and Jamaica just go whoop.
Yeah. Yeah. Big up Troy, Malcolm. Yeah, man. Respect. He says, man is man. The indiscipline is so prevalent now, it's unbelievable. This generation have more opportunities now than in our time, and they are making a fool of themselves. But we have to find a way to stop it, because this, it is a sad reality that, I mean, you can see, and this is a coach in the Premier League saying that, Austin, you are so true about every point you touch. This video needs to show over and over. This is a coach in the JPL, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm at a football, the same game we were at.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to interview a youngster, and him kiss him teeth for the TVJ person, man. This is a youngster, one of the teams, Say who him now do no interview, I said, what kind of attitude is this now?
Crazy, man. I think things can change. I think, in terms of that, things can change, and I'm telling you, it is mind blowing to see the opportunities now and the financial part of it, and to see where Jamaica at, because I know a lot of the old players wish they're born in this generation. I can guarantee you that when you me can tell you, if you look at Lenny Hyde, Alan Skill Cole, all these men, um, they maybe sit down and maybe they don't have regret, but if they could born in this era with the same talent, oh God, man.
Yeah, with all of these opportunities available.
With all of these opportunities,
yeah.
you understand me? And it's there. As what that person said, it's so easy to get contract now, and you just want to use them go out. And that's so Jamaica football I got develop.
Yeah, and improve. See,
Yeah.
and one other person here says, I know a baller who was playing professional ball in Trinidad and left, went back home to Jamaica, say him homesick.
I'm telling you, I knew a player also. When I went to Norway, one player was there before me, and that same thing, homesick. Sometimes it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. But you have to, when you look back where you're coming from, and the situation in Jamaica. Jamaica is really nice, but you're gonna live in a country where you don't have the opportunities, and you have an opportunity now to make something of your life. You sacrifice 10, 15 years of your life, and so you can maybe retire and live good. Then you take it.
Yeah. So this person, it is poor parenting. Yeah, parenting is a part of it. But Michael Edwards is also saying this too, that the schools and the clubs sometimes allow some of these attitudes because they want to win. You understand me? So that also has to be dealt with as well. Yeah, you're gonna blame some of the school. Yeah, parenting. So it's a combination of things that need to fix. You understand me? So somebody's asking, what is your current role in football. He's still mentoring and playing at Portmore now. But you see, because the bones them I forget better, you know.
Bones them get old, man.
So you get a little touch, you understand me? So man, right, cause him had a little, but he does play, but it's more a mentorship thing, and you know, that is
like you're trying to make the transition, like a player coach situation.
yeah. And then Boss Thomas says, good, it's someone good. It's someone you're saying this, Mr. Austin, because you have all the experience and knowledge to share with our youths. Which is probably what we need. We probably need more past players to go into the schools and into the clubs and talk to, although you say they're not listening, and talk to the ones who would at least listen. Then this is just for fun. Do you regret not attending Calabar? I don't know how Calabar come up with this, you know, but this is what we're missing. Rudy is a former captain and he's in the country and the JFF don't bring him around the team. So somebody said that maybe you could talk to. But I know that he talks to the players at his club though, because sometimes it starts there, you know. And then this is people, for those of you who don't know, Troy Malcolm is head of the Rossies Broad Sister Foundation, where they try to give back to the Rossies High School and do the same thing, you know, mentor and help young players to develop the right discipline. And he says we must tackle the problem from the grassroots level, meaning from primary and high school level. Do not reward players, whether they are talented or not, for bad behavior. And I agree with that. We have
Definitely.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a big problem, and I didn't know the problem until I came back and I'm around the problem, you know. And I just, as I said before, time and time, I just want the best for the youth them, because there's so many talents here and them can go out, make something of them life, you know. And it will better for the country and a whole, you know. People will see them and everyone, every youngster will start to gravitate towards making something of them life, you know, because that's the best you can do when you use your talent that God gives to you. You understand me?
And here's the other thing too. Why would a coach want to work with a person? So, and this is, I think this point right here that Ricardo Williams brought up is also critical, because he says maybe that's one of the reasons JFF has to be going overseas for players who are more professional, because when you get a professional coach, you get an international coach, he's going to want to work, you understand me, with players who are professional. And if you have players who turning up at training, players who have to be hiding from the sun when training because them bleaching, you know, those things gonna affect the players. So you have to develop this professional attitude, you know, from early.
Definitely. Sometimes, one time I came back and was training with a local team, and I still think I was overseas, because I be a little white man, me see I run up and down. You understand me? Two of them bleach out and them in some long sleeve.
Hey, no, you surprised me. I thought you were going to say because they buy people. You thought you're hey, what's the man said.
And it's a bit disappointed, because I don't care what people do, but if you bleach, we don't think you love yourself. And that's my opinion. And may I ask one of the players if him love himself, and him say yes. I say me don't think you love yourself, because if you try to look like somebody else or look like something else, you can't really love yourself.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know why the players, like, you know what is, I keep on saying that. Why you gonna bleach and go back in sun? You'll get back black. It don't make no sense, because you can't stay that complexion without using the cream constantly. And if you go out in the sun, so what is the sense? All right. Man asked me if you remember his FIFA 11 picture, please. The video game.
Me don't know that.
Rob Smith, they want to play a video game. They want to always up on the field. Or God and Jim or them things, but you don't play a video game. So you know that you're on the FIFA 11, right? You have a cool picture, FIFA 11. Check it out.
Okay. Me not really social media man.
So you don't get no money for that?
No, sir.
No, man.
Really,
Somebody collect your money. Somebody collect your money, man.
maybe the club, because sometimes the club them have the rights, but you sign a contract, so I guess
the image rights. So once you sign, the clubs have the image rights.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Because sometimes they put those things in the contract, you know.
Okay, so you had an agent who was helping you during your contract negotiation, right? Because I've had interviews where persons felt like somebody think. Go ahead. You hearing me?
Yeah, what you said?
Yeah, you hearing me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So I was saying that you had somebody who was doing your contracts for you, like an agent, or you were able to understand. Because I remember when I talked to Teddy said that, you know, he work out his own contract himself and stuff like that, you know. He deal with film contracts, you know.
In the first part, I was contracted to Phil Graham for Norway and Leeds, and then after I left Leeds, I was signed by Daryl Powell, because he was Fuller agent and I'm a good friend of Fuller, so I guess that's where the connection came in, and signed with him. And then the last 2-3 years me being in the market myself and the last 2 contracts.
Oh, so the last 2 contracts you dealt with it yourself?
Yes, because it was 1 year, because I was 34 to 35, then 35 to 36. So yeah. And then after that I came home.
Okay. This is the 8th time we get in this question. I am sure sports. Ask him how good was Mario Harrison.
Listen, I can say this. I played football with Mario Harrison from I was a little boy. He was playing for St. Catherine, and I was teammate with him at Clarendon College and in the national team. Mario was a very, very, and it's not because he is my friend. He's a very, very good footballer. We always have this talk that we're gonna build 2 houses beside each other if we make it in a football, you know. But he was very good playing for the national and team and stuff, you know. Eventually, it didn't go the way he maybe wanted because of injuries and stuff. But he lives in America and he has a brilliant family, a nice wife, and a lot of kids. And he's doing a really good job, and I'm really proud of him. So those are the things that if you don't make it in football, at least you can be a good person in society. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, you are the 13th of 13 kids. I mean, are you past 6 yet of your own?
No, I got two children, and I don't think I'm gonna go back. Them expensive, you know. Trust me, you know. I know grass them grow. I know grass them eat like cow. Them expensive. If you treat them the right way.
All right. Somebody's asking me, how good was Oral Wilshire?
I don't know Oral Wilshire. Sorry, coach's desk. I don't know. Maybe I don't know that. No right. Disrespect.
Yeah, man. All right. So this is the fantasy we're gonna ask as a close. Like you're going. Who is the footballer, the international footballer you admire the most? Somebody saying that it is Jacko. A joke. Oh, they must say a joker. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Who is the footballer you used to admire and say you want to emulate the game?
Firstly, it was player in my community named Butty Reds. You know,
Yeah.
he was first, and then when I started watching football on TV, I like Steven Gerrard.
Okay,
You
so you
know,
support Arsenal though?
I used my first team was Man United.
And then they go to Leeds.
My first team was Man United, and then because my brother was a big Man U fan, so he used to bring jersey and stuff, and he would leave one with me and stuff when he was going back to England. So I had
Yeah.
that in me. But when I started playing professionally, then I just like to watch good football. And then after playing for Leeds, then I have to support Leeds.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So you're going to war, right? Which goalkeeper you bringing with you?
Which goalkeeper I bring with me in war?
One goalkeeper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Choose one. Who you bringing?
Me always with who I play with.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Donovan Ricketts.
Talpi.
Talpi.
All right.
His maturity and his composure. You want somebody who is composed, in a war.
So,
You
so
know what I know.
Talpi,
Yeah,
are you goalkeeper?
and this is not, bashing anyone, but it's who
No
I
man, no
play
man.
with. Who is who
Yeah
I
man,
play
no man,
with.
no man.
You understand me? At the national level.
Yeah man, cause we know you not bring Ryan LFC, cause them man they not good enough. Yeah. What?
Ryan LFC, I'm a big fan of Ryan LFC, Ryan LFC,
Oh,
easy,
yeah man. If they hear a laugh, so we don't say
I
that bring
be,
him
I
a go.
be, sometimes me and my brother have a big discussion about Ryan LFC, Ryan LFC taking football serious,
All right. So which forward you taking to war with you?
It's two, it's either Luton or Fulham.
All right.
Fulham in our Premier League, Luton national team.
Okay. All right. Who in your midfield? Who you bringing alongside you?
In the midfield. All right. Me did it already, so me have to look for a skill man. Teddy or Jeremy and you.
All right. All right. I like how that sound. What about centre back?
Well, me da go with Pepe and Claude. That's maybe,
Okay.
yeah, Pepe or
Me know
Claude.
what the left back already. Me know see a Gardner or a Demar Phillips. Who?
Gardner the left back, them are the left winger.
Okay. All right. And who are the right back?
I know the right back now. And this is a question where it's tricky, but I'm gonna give although it's my honest, it's Eric Vernon. No disrespect to nobody.
Yeah.
Eric Vernon.
Yeah man. Eric Vernon. Yeah man.
Yes. One of the best right back me ever play with national. Like
Really?
Eric was
Wow.
very, very good. Eric was really, really good. Trust me. When Eric play right back, you don't need a winger, Him little and him heart big, so and him never back out or nothing. So I would say him,
All right. Which is the best coach I ever coach you in terms of Jamaica? In the Jamaica national setup. Are you the one you preferred working with the most because you believe he got the most out of you?
It all depends and I want something with Tapa. I want Caribbean Cup with Tapa. And I think Rennie also when he came in, he gave me a good chance, and I enjoy my football under Rennie. His second stint,
Okay.
But a lot of the next coaches and Schaefer also. So it's like three. The other coaches I didn't get really much time because sometimes they move you know, and a little stint with John Barnes. I was enjoying
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time with John Barnes also.
Yeah, yeah.
He also won the Caribbean Cup. So yeah, those. But I must say this: a lot of people, you know, sometimes the foreign coach they come here and like the people compare them with Tapa and stuff, and so people should give Tapa some respect, you know, and stuff, you know, and because sometimes you go there and him try set up things and him try do things, and sometimes the foreign one them no disrespect, but sometimes them come and it's just not the same, you know, until you're in the system.
Yeah. And that
You can,
a lot of people don't know. And I'm gonna tell you what. One person came on, a coach, a former legend came on and he said this. When a Jamaican take up the team, they don't get certain things. They can't do certain things. But
but
when a
we are
foreigner coaches the team, they get more things and they get certain things. Yeah,
but
you
but
understand
but
me?
but
But
it come
yeah,
from it come from slavery. And it's just the truth. Me no mince my words when me attack. As Jamaicans, we are like that, and it needs to change. And
yeah,
this is not about black or white. It's just if you are good enough for the job, you know.
yeah.
If you are standing at the same place as the other person, then you should be treated in the same way.
Yeah. All right. So the final question is, I mean, do you have your coaching badges, or when will we see you coaching?
I start when I was in Leeds, you know, and the last part of my contract, I started it. I passed one of them, but in England you have to continue it. So I guess it's null and void now because I went to Denmark after, so I didn't get the chance to continue. But yeah, eventually I will get it done.
Okay. Are you doing any in Jamaica locally, or you want to do yours overseas?
I don't have a yes, it would be better to do it overseas, but if the opportunity arises here, then I will take it.
Yeah, man. All right. All right. Well, listen, Rudy, thank you. This was such a good conversation. You understand? A lot of people, uh, because they see how you play, you know, they think that you're this aggressive person. So if they don't know you, they don't realize how soft spoken you are. You understand me? A man who loves the Lord, who have his family, been with his family for so long and things. A lot of people don't know that, you know, because a lot of times people see you guys on TV and playing, and they don't they don't know you personally. So I'm glad that they get to see that you're Rudolph and not Rudy. And the Rudy don't mean you misbehave and thing. You're a very courteous and respectful person. You understand me? So I want to thank you for coming on, because you have said so much on this platform tonight that can help so many players. And I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's late, and you can see by the amount of persons who are on and still commenting that there's so much value in what you have shared. I want to give you some time now to thank, you know, the persons who have contributed to your career, your family, including your wife, and all the persons who stayed with you for the duration of this video in the chat. Go ahead.
Yes, good night to all. I just want to thank you for the view and stuff, and thank you management for having me, and I really appreciate it. And I hope good can come from this. All I want is the best for the players, the young players out here. I hope they will watch it and learn from it and see that I only have good intentions. And I know I am not the only person. A lot of past players want to see this also. And, you know, I just want to thank my family, thank the Portmore United family for giving me the opportunity, the Los Perfectos family also, thank the people in my community that gave me the chance when I was younger and stuff, you know. I just want to thank the whole Jamaica for the good and the bad times, you know. Miss Ming, Mr. Ming, you know. Um, when I was at my lowest point, they were really there to support me. Miss Franklin, Safia Franklin Reed, she married now. You know, when I was injured, they were there. You understand me? And Sareed, Portmore United, all the Portmore people, they were there for me. They gave me that chance to fix my knee and come back and make something of my life. So I am grateful and just want to thank my CC Clarendon College family, the teachers there, the sports personnel there. They gave me the opportunity also. And last but not least, my wife for all the sacrifices she made for me so I could pursue my career. She literally gave up everything for me and for giving me the best two gifts in my life, my son and my daughter. So, and last but not least, thank all the past players that represented the reggae boys from I don't know, Lindy Della Pena, all those guys, Alan Skill Cole, all those guys. You made it so we can have a life today in football. You gave us that hope and that dream. So we want to thank all of you guys, the guys that made it to the World Cup. You did something that we haven't yet replicate. So we just have to thank you guys, and I hope and wish you all the best. And to Jamaica, yeah, for the good times and the bad times, and for the fans, I hope one day we'll start qualifying for World Cup and everyone will have a good time. May God bless you all.
Okay. People, let me tell you, there's nothing more to add to that. I know somebody says, a couple of persons, he's going to leave with somebody important. Somebody says, last Pete, Tony James and Trevor James. So let's big up. And anybody who got left out, please, big thank you to you. It's always hard to remember all the names.
And anybody exactly anybody I miss out, I am sorry,
Yeah, man, that's how it
Yeah.
is. Hey, Rudy, bless up. All the best for the rest of the season, man. It was an absolute joy. I hope you and your wife can, afterwards, probably tomorrow or the day, sit down and listen to the interview. You understand me? Ryan Ellis is a keep on listening, and the coaches desk. People who don't know this. A lot of the ballers, them listen to the program, them. So
We listen
careful.
program,
So
hear me,
careful.
man. We listen program, them, man. Coaches, this Ryan LFC, IMAXI, Military Guna. Me know all of them, Me listen, man. Manzi, man. We listen program, then any ball I said and listen, I like them, I tell.
Yeah.
But Ryan LFC, very emotional, Fiery, Ryan, you need to calm down, man.
You hear that, Ryan? The man say you need to calm down, bro. You
Oh,
need to
man, make him doing thing, man.
you need
Make
to
him.
calm down, man. Calm down.
But
Right.
you all keep doing the good work, man, and you just I guess you guys just want the best for the country football.
For
So
the
let's
football, yeah,
continue.
man, definitely. Yeah, man. All
Yeah,
right. So all the best, and we
yeah,
will,
man. Cool.
we'll be in touch, man. All right then.
All right,
Yeah,
respect.
respect. Yeah. Wow, people. Great stuff. Great stuff. Wonderful night. I hope it was worth your time. It was certainly worth mine. You understand me? Really appreciate you sticking and staying. Want to say a big thank you to every single one of you. Right. Please remember, if you have not yet, please hit the like button. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please ensure that you subscribe to the platform. You see what Rudy just said? Like he listens to all the platforms. And so I encourage people, support the other platforms, man. Go and subscribe and watch some of the content. All of us can be the same. You understand me? So do that. You don't have to be loyal to the subscription, loyal to the listening, but not the subscriptions. Support the other channels. We have the coaches desk who is here. Ryan LFC was here. You have the military Guna, the IMAX, so many others. The Formula Sport, Unseen Sport, so many. And all Jamaicans doing work, so support them. Really appreciate your time again. Big up to every single one of you for watching, and we go support the Reggae Boys. tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, man. Big up Talawa Crystal. Yeah, man. Big up Talawa for real. Yeah, Talawa TV. Always one of the females out there, people. We really need to support her. She's probably the lone female vlogger. And she comes on the platform, so give her some love at Talawa TV. Right? Just go over there and hit up our subscription. Make sure you wake up in the morning in the UK and say, wow, what happened? You understand me? Let's do that for her. You understand me? So bless you. Respect you all. And we will see each other tomorrow. Ryan LFC, calm down. Hear that, bro? All right, bless up one and all. I'm going to leave you with this from Russie's High School and from William Nib High School. Check it in.
Yo, saw me, the young Jamaican trainer, Mr. Strength No Weakness himself. Yo, I'm here to tell you guys that the Broses family presents their second annual Blue and White Grill and Chill. Let me let you know something. It will be so much fun, an amazing event. Make sure you show up and show out. From the young Jamaican trainer himself. Listen, Saturday, May 28th, and it's 3458 Ballard Avenue, Bronx, New York. We'll see you later. Strength No Weakness.
William Nib Memorial High School D-Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Nib High School Costa Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say, oh no, did that.